before this video starts, I would like to mention that I messed up and I didn't add the AK-74U. It'd be in the middle good area, and that's about it. I just want to mention that before the video starts. Alright, bye. Hey everyone, today we are going to be ranking all of the guns in BO3 Zombies from worst to best. I have not done a ranking video in quite a bit. Since, I think since 2020 actually I haven't done one. So, obviously, I'm going to see the rules. No wonder weapons. We're going to do no double pack-a-punch. How far you can take the gun. Obviously, regular pack-a-punch. Kind of points. It's pretty much the same rules as the rest of them that I've done. So, yeah, let's get into it. And obviously, we're going to be doing the same system of bad, okay, good, great, then top 10. So, before we really start the video, I'm going to mention the melee and the challenges you can get, like nunchucks on Revelations. You can get like a fire axe on Garage Crovey, and I just want to mention them, but we're not going to be counting them. We're not really going to be counting melees in this. All right, at our number 47 spot is the 1911. Not the M1911, it's the 1911, and it's the worst out of them all. It's the worst gun you can start off with, in all the games, in my opinion. And everything just got downgraded from before. At our number 46 spot is the MR6, and the MR6 is the gun you pretty much start off with. Oh shoot, I forgot the Bloodhound. You know what, it doesn't really matter that much, they're just the same gun. But, yeah, the Bloodhound. There's no footage, I'm just gonna mention it here, but it would be with the MR6. They're all starting pistols, and they're all wannabe M1911s from, Black Ops 1, because those were the best versions. At our number 45 spot is the RK5, and the RK5 is, well, it's a gun. It's just a pistol. It's good for early rounds. I'd say up to round like 7. I use it on most maps actually, just because it's mobile, and yeah, it's all right, but it's still bad. Our number 44 spot is the Shiva, and the Shiva is higher than the RK5 is because it has a higher damage. They're still bad though. They're still terrible. Yeah, the Shiva is just bad. Slow fire rate, slow mobility, alright damage. It's like good to around 10. And that's like pack-a-punch kinda, so it's just not the best. At our number 43 spot is the L-CAR 9. And the L-CAR 9, I only grabbed this on Shangri-La because it's kind of like right out the door. I might also grab the RK5 on that map, but like I said, I grabbed the RK5 on most of the maps. But yeah, the L-CAR 9 is just itself. It's like a SMG pistol. So, I mean, it's good, fast fire rate. It's just not the highest damage. It's not the best. At our number 43 spot is 42 spot is the Razorback. This gun I was originally testing out, thought it was okay. I originally thought that, but when I use it, I realized it's garbage, because it's fast fire rate, but its damage is atrocious. It's terrible. I don't want to see the damage ever again. That's how bad it is. And at our number 41 spot, before we enter probably the best gun in the bad category, is probably Crazy Rabbit's favorite, the Pharaoh. This thing could have been in the okay section, but we needed a bad section. The Pharaoh is just garbage. It's bad, but it's just fun. It's just memey. So that's just my opinion on it, and It's fine. Now we're on to the OK section. Right now we have the NX Shadow Claws, which sound cool, but are garbage. They'll dual wield like explosive things. Well, one pack a punch, you can they're kind of like a think of like the combat knife, but slightly better, and dual wield. Like they can heal other players when they're down. It's just explosions do nothing when you use them, so they're just not the best at all, and I would highly not recommend them. Luckily they were only on a couple maps, so that's good. At our number 39 spot is the XM53, which is the rocket launcher of the game. Enough said. Like, seriously, it's high damage, low mobility, low fire rate, and that's about it. Next one. At our number 38 spot is the SVG Sniper. It is the worst sniper in the game. I mean, there's only like 3 that you can actually use, but still pretty bad. What else? I think the sights are off a bit. Damage isn't the best. Fire rate isn't the best. Mobility is probably the worst. It's just like the worst sniper. At our number 37 spot is the Dredge, and the Dredge is the worst LMG. I mean, it's alright. It's a burst LMG. High amount of ammo. I will say that as a good amount of ammo. Kind of fast fire rate. Damage is all right for its gun, and there's not much else to say. It's like an okay gun. It's just not great to use. At our number 36 spot, oh my god, is the VMP, and how I like to call it, the Vimp. And I don't know, it's a solid gun to start you off. I say go till mid to late teens, and fast. It has a ridiculous fire rate, but there's another gun that has an even faster fire rate. But decent amount of damage. It's just a solid overall decent gun. At our number 35 spot is the HVK, and I hate to put this gun here because I love it. It is probably one of my favorite guns in zombies, but it's absolutely garbage. It's terrible. It's just it has low damage. I did not realize how low of a damage it actually had, because I went to high rounds on it with I used it to get high rounds, and I just didn't realize how bad it was. But I mean, it has a solid it's just solid, just the damage is terrible for its gun, so that kind of sucks. At our number 34 spot is the Vesper, and the Vesper is the gun that has a ridiculous amount of fire rate. Low damage, but its fire rate, I swear, you can go through a mag in like 2 seconds. It's that like, probably faster than that. Like, it's ridiculous on how fast this is. So, yeah, that's really its only main thing. It's a good starter gun, I guess. The Colt M16 is our number 33 spot, and it's slow fire rate, but it's a burst, so it kind of makes sense. But in between bursts, it's really long to really do anything. Damage is alright, could take you to like early 20s, and that's about it. Nothing else to say. The ammo is the same. It doesn't feel good. The only thing that feels good about it is the card on the back, because it looks smexy. Alright, at our number 32 spot is the Banshee, and the Banshee is, when you use it, it seems okay, but it seems somewhat good. But when you actually realize, it takes like 2 shots in round like 15. It's not good, people, but it is definitely a really fun gun to use. It's a Revelations exclusive gun. Sadly, I would love to use this more. I think it's a fun gun. I'm just saying it's a bad gun, because a lot of the fun guns are bad. Sadly, that's why a lot of the guns in BO1 suck. At number 31 spot, and the final weapon in the OK category, is the MP40. It's on a lot of the maps, the Zombie Chronicle maps. It's on most of them. It's just an overall good gun. That's all I have to say. Overall, solid gun, good point machine, somewhat slow fire rate, but I think you can deal with it because, it's just the best OK gun. Alright, on to the good section. We have, at our number 30 spot is the Weevil, and the Weevil, it has a really high mag capacity. It's like 50 rounds and a mag, and it's a bit of a slow fire rate, but its damage is good. It's just an overall good gun, but it's just not the greatest though either. At our number 29 spot is the M8A7. It's the successor to the M8A1 from Black Ops 2, and it is exactly like the M8A1. The M8A7 is a 4-round burst. Solid gun though. All right damage, I'd say. Not great mobility. Fire rate is meh, but it's alright, I guess. At our number 28 spot is the Brecci, and I seem to always get the Brecci randomly. The Brecci is a shotgun. It's a semi-automatic shotgun. It's really good. Well, it's not really good. It's just regular good, but if you can understand what I'm trying to say. But damage is low for a shotgun. It is probably one of the it's an alright shotgun because it's a semi-automatic. If it was like a pump action, kind of like the Banshee, but that one, it would be in the OK section. But it's alright. I can deal with it. At our number 27 spot, and probably one of my favorite guns in Black Ops and Zombies, is the Locust, and I think this gun is currently underrated. I do. I think it is one of the better snipers. Great speed, I'd say, like great mobility. Fire rate is pretty good. You can definitely quick scope some of the zombies. Magazine size good. It's just an overall good gun. But it's just not the best either. It's like the halfway mark, kind of, which is where we are. At the number 26 spot is the Gorgon, and the Gorgon is it's a gun. That's all I have to say. Okay, I'm just kidding. It's a high damage LMG with high ammo. Its downfall is its slow fire rate. It is probably the slowest fire rate in the game. But its damage is so good that it's just that the damage is what keeps it up still. That's the only thing that keeps it up. It's also pretty slow. It's real slow. It's probably you move the slowest with the Gorgon. At our number 25 spot is the M1927, aka the Thompson, and low damage but high fire rate, decent mobility, ridiculous recoil. That's a negative, and that's about it. Decent ammo size, I'd say. That's about it, though. At our number 24 spot is the Peacekeeper, and this gun, it's like the M1927, but without the recoil and lower ammo. It's solid, low damage, which is its downfall, but that's about it, honestly. Nothing but that. It's still decent. I will always usually pick it up in general. At our number 23 spot is the Kuda. This is probably the best. This is one of the best SMGs in the game. It has solid fire rate, solid damage, solid mobility, it's just like a solid overall good gun. If you want to have a gun that you can definitely just pack a punch and just use for the entire game, the Kuda is the gun you want. At our number 22 spot is the August, and probably Tim Hansen's favorite gun. And he just loves it. It's somewhat slow fire rate, but its damage is what makes it still good. That's what I would say about it. It's really good damage. But mobility, it's really fun. It feels like you're kind of like a cowboy, but it's still fun. I really enjoy it. Number 21 spot, STG. Solid gun. It's just a good gun. It's fine. There's nothing bad I have to say about this gun. That's the thing. It's on some of the other maps, and it's what you expect. It's a bit faster fire rate than some of the older games, but I still like it. At number 20 spot is the RPK, and the RPK is probably one of the better LMGs in the game. It's definitely not the best, but it's one of the better ones. And I know people are going to be a bit upset, but it's just, I feel like its damage and fire rate. Fire rate's fine, but the damage it's just not with it. That's just all I have to say. The damage, I just feel like, just isn't what it used to, like it is in the older games. Yeah, that's all I really have to say. At our number 19 spot is the Galil, and the Galil, they ruined in this game. I'm just kidding. It's alright, but the Galil is fun. It's solid gun. Best good gun, I'd have to say. But it's also not the best. Alright, starting on the great section, at our number 18 spot is the BRM. I know a lot of people are just annoyed right now that the RPK lost to this. But I still think the BRM is better. I think its damage is better. I think its fire rate, it's definitely a bit slower, but not enough for it to be a big deal in my opinion. And yeah, and its mobility is it's probably the lightest mobility in the game besides the Dingo, which is later on this list. So that's all I really have to say. It's just good. At our number 17 spot is the KN-44, and it's the AK-47 of this game. I have to admit, it's fun, and reload animation I love. It's one of my favorites in the game. And it's just an overall, it's like the Kuda, but higher damage and slightly slower fire rate. But the damage is what makes it good. At our number 16 spot is the ICR, and the ICR is it's well-rounded. It's very fun to use. I usually pick it up if I can. I always confuse the HVK for the ICR, because I prefer the ICR over the HVK, but usually when I get the HVK, I'm just like, this will do. So, but I prefer the ICR. It's probably my favorite AR in the game, but it's not the best. At our number 15 spot is the HG40. This is a Gorod and Zetsubo exclusive, and God, it took me like 2 hours to even get this gun, but because the box just wasn't giving it to me. It's a box gun, yeah. And I think that's enough to say. It's a box gun. It's like the MP40, but better. That's really all I have to say. MP40, but better. At our number 14 spot is the PPSH. They ruined it, but it's still really good. The PPSH they ruined the fire rate of the thing. It's not extremely fast. It's still fast. It's just not the fastest. Damage is fine. Everything's fine. They just ruined the fire rate. It's still good. It's still great. At number 13 spot, and a lot of people are going to hate me for this, but it's the MX Garand. And I know the MX Garand has a high damage. I just don't like it. I'm just not a big fan of it. I don't like how you have to shoot all your shots at once. Well, I kind of do like that, but also it's just okay, you know what? I've started to like the gun again recently, but it's just not better than some of the other guns on this list. I have to admit. I just don't think it's better than some of the other ones. At our number 12 spot, I still like them on MX Garand though. At our number 12 spot is the dual wield Marshalls, and the dual wield Marshalls, what do I have to say about them? They're good. Nothing else to say. They're some of the best guns in all of zombies, I have to admit. They're like the Executioner, but dual wield. Oh, and they shoot 2 shots at once. Then, sadly, they're a Zetsubo exclusive, and I just don't understand why. They're really darn good. At our number 11 spot is the FFAR. Solid, great gun. Overall, well-rounded. It's just great. Fast fire rate, a lot of ammo. I think Pack-a-Punch have like 90 shots with this thing per mag, and it's ridiculous with its fast fire rate, too. They definitely upgraded the ammo from like the FAMAS from BO1, which I love. Alright, now we are on to the top 10 best guns, in my opinion, in BO3. Our number 10 spot is the Dingo. The Dingo is the best LMG, hands down. It is fast fire rate, high damage, really good mobility for an LMG, actually. And yeah, it's just solid top 10 worthy gun. At our number 9 spot is a Haymaker. It's an automatic shotgun. That's enough said. High damage, fast fire rate, and it has like 16 shots a mag, so that's pretty good. At our number 8 spot is the Man-O-War. Overall, well, it's probably the best, one of the better ARs in the game. I have to. It's one of the better ones. It's probably the best AR in the game. Wait, do I have another AR on this list? Kinda. So, second best, depending on how you view, a gun, our number 2 spot gun. At our number 7 spot is the KRM. This thing is, you might be wondering, why this gun? Well, the thing that makes it extremely good, you need perks. You need the following 3 perks, and, well, you definitely don't need, you don't really need Electric Cherry, but it still would be cool. You definitely need Speed Cola and Double Tap, though. Double Tap, too. And if you have that, the damage is so good, and you'll be reloading so fast that it is just ridiculous. It's so good. I love it, and that's why it is up here. And I lied earlier. This is the best LMG in the game. At our number 6 spot is the MG08/15 on exclusive to Origins, and it's just the best. And it is the best LMG in the game. So, at our number 5 spot is the L4 Siege. The L4 Siege is it's mainly the Zombie Chronicle maps, but you can get on Grod Crovy, and I think Revelations. I could be wrong about that, but the L4 Siege, I'm not sure. It could be on Zetspo too, but the L4 Siege is a gun that shoots rockets, and they're very good. You can shoot 8 rockets one pack-a-punch, so it's very good. Slow mobility, high fire rate, that's the thing, and high damage, so number 5 worthy. And number 4 spot is the Mauser. The Mauser is not the best gun in this game. It does have, although it did a damage buff from Black Ops 2. Just solid pistol. You can already, the only problem with it is that you have to hold it the entire game. Alright, on to our number 3 spot is the Drakon. The Drakon is the best sniper in the game, and could be considered of all time too, if you really want to think about it. So, high damage, high fire rate, alright ammo capacity, good mobility, great for boss fights and bosses in general. So, just an overall good gun. At number 2 spot is the M14. Using this on round 50, it feels like on round 30, Crazy Rabbit's words. And I have used it on round 50. It is really good. Even when non-pack-a-punch, it's still great. Fast fire rate, high damage, high mobility, alright ammo capacity. It's just great. It's overall great. And at our number 1 spot is the Rifty 9. The Rifty 9 is the best non-wonder weapon probably of all time. You can't go for fast. You gotta go for kills. That's what this gun is for. High damage, not really high fire rate, but it's definitely extremely high damage. Definitely good mobility. It's a pistol, so there's that. Definitely fun to use. It's just the best gun it could be the best non-wonder weapon. It's literally better than like the ray gun, and could be considered better than things like the scavenger and stuff. Alright, that is my list. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I've definitely enjoyed making it. BO4 will be coming out this year. Maybe in May, maybe early June. Late May, early June, expect BO4 to come out. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to the channel. Trying to get to 100 subs before the end of the year. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys next time. And, goodbye.